Percy stopped. The DieselWorks was now right in front of him. His pistons pounded, and his firebox flared.
Thomas says no steamy should puff to the DieselWorks. But Thomas doesn't want to be with me, and Diesel's friend does.
So, wheel turn by wheel turn, Percy puffed closer to the DieselWorks.
Trembling tracks. I've never seen anything like this before.
The buildings were old and odd. They were dark and dirty. It was nothing like the Steamworks, but it was very exciting. Percy felt special.
I'm not just Percy who pulls the mail cars. I'm Percy the Brave. I'm Percy the Special. I'm Percy at the DieselWorks.
A shape slid from the shadows. Percy knew who it was.
Diesel 10.
Hello, Percy. Diesel said you might come to visit. What an honor. It's been a very long time.
Hello.
Diesel's been telling me all about you. You're a very special engine, Percy. Why don't you hop in?
Percy whooshed and Percy wheeshed. The words raced round and round his rods. No one called him a special engine.
Thomas doesn't think I'm a special engine anymore, or a special friend. But Diesel 10 does.
So, wheel turn by wheel turn, Percy puffed into the DieselWorks. And into the shadow of Diesel 10. Percy gasped. The DieselWorks was greasy and grimy. It had strange smells and new noises. And it was full of diesels. Percy's wheels wobbled, but his boiler bubbled bravely.
Hello.
All the diesels stopped and stared at Percy.
Welcome to the DieselWorks, Percy.
Percy's eyes were wide with wonder.
The DieselWorks is not grand and gleaming like your Steamworks, but we are happy to have you here.
Thank you, Diesel.
Then, suddenly, from the shadows, with a bump and a bang, and a clatter and a clang, rattled two diesels Percy had never seen before.
Hello, I'm Dan. Well, what I mean to say is...
What Dan means to say is that he's the boss, and I help him a lot. I'm Dart.
If you're broken, we fix you. But you're a steamy, so we won't fix you.
Dart giggled till his sides shook.
That's a joke, yeah? I like jokes.
Percy smiled. He wanted his new friends to like him.
I like jokes too. Shall I tell you one?
Go on then.
Percy had never told a joke before. His funnel fluttered.
What do you call a train that has a cold?
I think. Well, what I mean is...
What he means is he doesn't know.
A choo-choo train.
All the diesels laughed. And Diesel 10 laughed loudest of all.
Oh, you're funny, Percy. Very funny. Come, tell us about yourself. We want to hear.
Percy felt very special.
I pull the mail cars. It's,
Very important job, Percy. Very important indeed.
I've forgotten all about my very important parcel. I have to deliver it to the Sodor Search and Rescue Center. It's the hose for Flynn, the new fire engine.
Diesel Ken's eyes flashed. His voice flared.
Take care of Percy's parcel for him. You know what to do.
Percy was worried.
It's a very important parcel.
Suddenly, Mavis rolled in, shunted by Salty. Mavis was surprised to see Percy.
Hello, Mavis.
Hello, Percy. My rods are rattling. Den will fix me.
Aye, Den fixes all of his diesels with a whisk of his wheels, me hearty. Ha ha, even though his tools are old and the sheds are shoddy. Arr.
You should tell Sir Topham Hatt that you need a new DieselWorks.
We have. But Sir Topham Hatt doesn't listen to diesels. He only listens to steamers.
Percy was surprised. Then, an idea flew into his funnel.
Perhaps I can help you.
Diesel 10 snapped a smile.
I like that, Percy.
I can ask Thomas to tell Sir Topham Hatt that you need a new DieselWorks. Sir Topham Hatt always listens to Thomas.
That's a very good idea, Percy. Thank you.
Diesel 10 smiled a bigger smile. Percy pumped his piston.
I'll go and find Thomas right away.
Come back soon, Percy. I'll be waiting.
Percy puffed and he huffed. He rattled and rolled. His boiler bubbled brightly. Flynn, the fire engine, had just arrived. Everyone was excited. Even Cranky was curious.
I've never seen an engine like you before.
Flynn smiled a big smile.
Flynn's the name. What's yours?
Cranky.
Cranky? That's funny, Cranky.
Later, Percy found Thomas at the Steamworks. He wanted to tell him all about Diesel 10.
Thomas?
Percy, where have you been? You're late to meet Flynn the fire engine.
Flynn flashed a friendly smile.
Hello, Percy.
Percy gulped.
What do you think, Percy?
Flynn really did look fast and fearless.
Sir Topham Hatt has asked me to show Flynn round the island. The children will clap and cheer.
Thomas jumped closer to Flynn. Flynn was important. Percy didn't feel important. So Percy puffed sadly away, and no one noticed at all. Percy was alone at Tidmouth's sheds. He didn't feel special. Then, Percy made a decision.
No one takes any notice of me here. Tomorrow, I will puff back to the DieselWorks. Diesel 10 takes notice of me. Diesel 10 will be pleased to see me.
The next morning, Percy puffed and he huffed. He rattled and rolled. Was pleased to see Percy.
Hello, Percy. Did you tell Thomas to speak to Sir Topham Hatt?
Percy chuffed and puffed.
I I tried, but Thomas was very busy. He didn't have time to listen.
Diesel 10 clenched his claw. Just then, there was a crash.
Oh, dizzy diesels! Who put that there?
Darts, slow down. You'll get bashed and battered.
I am bashed and battered. I've asked and I've asked. We need a new crane. Instead of old Happy Hook here. Quiet!
Everyone went quiet, except Percy.
Of course you need a new crane. You can't fix an engine without a crane. That's what Victor says.
He's right, Percy.
Diesel 10 lowered his claw.
Very good, Percy. You see the trouble we have. You steamies have Kevin. Poor Diesels. It's not fair, is it?
So, Percy raced to find Thomas. He puffed and he huffed. He rattled and rolled all the way from the DieselWorks to the Steamworks. Percy burst in. Thomas wasn't there. Percy puffed close to Kevin.
Kevin, I've been to the DieselWorks.
You shouldn't go there.
The Diesels are really friendly, Kevin, but they don't have a crane.
Kevin! Sorry, boss. They don't have a crane? You can't fix an engine without a crane. That's what Victor says.
I know.
Suddenly, an idea buzzed in Percy's boiler.
Kevin, you could go to the DieselWorks. They need you there. You'd be their hero. That's what Diesel 10 would say, I'm sure.
Diesel 10? He would call me a hero?
I'm sure he would.
Heaving hooks. I've never been a hero before.
Suddenly, Thomas whooshed in.
Percy, I've been looking for you all day. Victor sent me to the search and rescue center to pick up Flynn's hose, but it's not there.
Percy was puzzled.
It's not there? It must be. A friend delivered it for me. He must have dropped it off to the wrong shed. Then you must find it, Percy. Flynn needs it now. Thomas, I've been trying to tell you something very important.
But Thomas wasn't listening. He had chuffed to Victor.
Don't worry, Victor. Percy will chop away fast to find Flynn's hose.
Kevin spoke quietly to Percy.
I've been thinking about what you said about being a hero. I'd like to. I just don't know where the DieselWorks is. Is it a long way?
Kevin, please. How many times do I have to tell you? No chitty chattering. You too, Percy. Puff along. Flynn needs his hose.
Of course he does, Victor. Very sorry, Victor.
At the Sodor Search and Rescue Center, Percy looked for Flynn's hose.
I'm sure Dart must have delivered it here.
But Percy couldn't find Flynn's hose anywhere.
Can we help you, Percy?
No, thank I must hurry.
And Percy whooshed away. Percy searched on all the tracks. He huffed and chuffed until the daytime turned he hadn't found the hose. Then Percy screeched to a stop. His eyes popped wide. Flynn was in Percy's place at Tidmouth Sheds, next to Thomas.
Percy! Good to see you! Thomas said I could ease my axles here. Until you came back, of course.
Percy reached, and Percy whooshed. He was upset. Percy looked at Thomas. His best friend didn't feel like his best friend anymore. That made Percy feel lonely. It made him want to be with his new friends.
You can stay in my place, Flynn. I am busy. I have to puff away.
Percy had made a decision. He would take Kevin to the DieselWorks. He would help his new friends. At the Steamworks, Kevin was alone. He trundled around tidying up. Victor was asleep. Percy whispered weak.
Kevin? Kevin, I've had an idea.
Kevin was puzzled.
I can take you to the DieselWorks. We'll go right away. They need you.
And before Kevin could swing his hook, he was up and away on the flatbed. Diesel 10 was delighted.
Kevin, welcome. We are honored, very honored indeed. We need you. You are a hero.
Kevin beamed, dart, and then clanked over.
Hello. Dizzy Diesels. Time to sling that hook, Kevin.
Very good, Percy. Very good indeed. I'm very pleased you brought Kevin to us.
Thank you, Diesel 10.
But what about Thomas? Have you asked him to speak to Sir Topham Hatt?
Percy puffed. He didn't want to tell Diesel 10 that Thomas was too busy to listen to him. Percy didn't want Diesel 10 to be cross with him.
I'm sorry. Thomas is especially busy. He hasn't time to talk to anyone, but I will ask him. Then he will tell Sir Topham Hatt you need a new DieselWorks.
Diesel 10 clacked crossly.
Then you must bring Thomas here. That way we will have his full attention.
Percy's wheels wobbled. Diesel 10 was serious. Diesel 10 was scary.
Yes, I'll bring Thomas to you.
Percy smiled. He wheezed weakly. He knew Thomas wouldn't want to come to the DieselWorks.
Good, Percy. You and Kevin will stay the night here now.